So, lads, today we're talking a bit about Bryce James. And look, Bryce James, he's a kid. He is a kid, seems like a good kid. And I always want to just make these caveats because Bryce James, realistically, is not, like, is just out of his depth by so much at the NCAA Division 1 level. And it's not his. Look, I don't believe necessarily it's his fault, but I believe somebody should have told him, you're just not good enough to play at Arizona. Like, he is listed as a draft prospect. If his name was not Bryce James, he would be a walk-on at a D1 school, a bench player at a D2 school, and maybe would be a player at a D3 school. Like, even if he had gone mid-major, it's one thing. But, like, Bryce James played a D2 school last night. And, look, I'm not going to lie. Like, there are D2 schools that are legitimately good. Legitimately good. And I'm somebody who, again, in the league that I've scouted in, a lot of our pros come from D2. So I'll be seeing a lot of D2 schools. I've never heard of Embry-Riddle in my life. They won by 60. Bryce James had 2 points on an offensive board. And I wish I could find more clips of some of the things he's done, but this is all that I've seen. So I'm going to mute it here. I'm going to give my own opinion. But this is, obviously, there are clips from Highlights Street ASMR. Big, like, I saw it on YouTube first, and I've been looking for anything else. So I'm going to move my face. I'm going to move my face down to over him, but go and check out his channel. Just give me 1 second here, and let me alt, boom, boom. Let me resize myself here. There we go. So I'm going to be talking about this right here. So you guys probably can't really see this that much. Let me just get this as a much bigger size, maybe, for you guys, that we got to see this. There we go. That's a bigger size. That works out a bit better. And by the way, shout out to him, because, not gonna lie, I didn't even realize Bryce had played another game before I saw it. And the reason why I'm talking about this is, one, people want to hear about it, and two, it's not necessarily his fault, but it is also his fault for putting himself in a situation where he's so out of his depth, and he's a big name. He's a big name. Seems like a good kid, though. So they're already up by 50 points. Bryce James is driving in. In this scenario here, like, he's going nowhere. Like, I don't understand why he is driving towards all the help, but he pulls back. He's, again, driving directly towards the help. Like, if he does that in a D1 game, that's pinched, and it's a stolen, and it's a basket. And he ends up just losing the ball. I don't know what he's trying to do here. I genuinely, I don't know what he's trying to do. Like, a D1 team takes the ball off him, especially a high major, takes the ball off him every single time. It's a layup down the other end. Like, that was not a good look right there. On that play. But you can see this right here. So he comes across. I don't know what he's doing here. Like, you're not confident to pull when you connect on the screen. It's like he's not confident to pull. He's not confident to turn the corner. Like, he didn't pull. He didn't turn the corner. And he kind of isolated and just took a pulled-up mid-range shot. Like, and he's not a good mid-range shooter. It's not really what you want to see. It's not. Like, it's really not what you want to see in general. He gets at the top of the three-point line. His jumper it's not broken, but it's not good either. Like, he's kind of just staring. Like, if you look at him on whatever when he misses this shot, if you look at his defensive possession here, he's kind of guarding him, and he's just kind of staring like, help. Help. Genuinely help. He just stares at the ball for this possession and watches him go through. Not only that, again, if you do this at the high major D1 level, you've got, especially because Bryce James is a power forward, you're going to have a 6'6" guy with a 40-inch 6'8" guy with a 40-inch vertical cutting backdoor on you sleeping, and they are going to, if the ball doesn't go in, they're going to hit you with a putback slam, just cutting back. Like, he just doesn't do anything. He gets the rebound, pushes the floor, and he doesn't look comfortable dribbling the ball. Like, he doesn't. That's not a knock on him. The man doesn't look comfortable taking 3 dribbles in a row. Like, he's just not. He gets it on the wing. Gets called for travel. And even if he doesn't travel, what's he trying to do? Like, I don't even know. Like, that's not travel in the NBA. It's a hard thing. I don't really care about the travel. What is he trying to do? He just takes a left-hand dribble and starts backing somebody down from there. Like, what is he trying to do? He doesn't have the foot speed to go baseline on... Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You've got to be able to just rip through and go baseline on that. Like, I don't even care that much about the travel. Like, the travel, it is what it is. But, like, you're looking at him right here. You can't shoot. Cut here, and you have a lob for a dunk. You can't shoot. And there's nothing then. And there's nothing. There's a forced cutter. Bronny cuts there. Oh, Bronny might not cut there. But again, like, you have to know your game. You can't shoot. If this guy plays up, and your player is actually just not respecting you. Like, to say that he's not being respected is an understatement. They're actually just not guarding him. And he just kind of stands there as they don't score. As they don't score. This possession right here, gets the ball in the corner, puts up a 3, and oh dear God. Like, it's not a pretty jump shot either, and dear God. Like, that's not good. And that's the worst defensive possession I think I've ever seen. That is one of the worst defensive possessions I've ever seen. He is simultaneously not in help, not guarding his man, he's not protecting the basket or guarding his man. He is staring at the ball. That is what he is doing. He's not here. Look, if he wants to take one step to the right, he's in help. If he wants to take one step back, he's guarding his man. He is watching. He is caught ball watching here. And again, they put up a lefty floater that goes in. But like, again, if you do this at the D1 level, you're getting yammed on. But if not, because the help is here, this is going to be somebody stepping in to yam on you. Like, that's the thing. He's there on the top of the 3-point line. Like, just kind of staring at the game. You can see this right here. They're actually not defending him. They are not guarding him. They're actually not guarding him. And his teammates aren't even looking at him. They are not guarding him. This is a D2 school. They are literally saying, we actually don't care about guarding Bryce James. And by the way, he is just standing there staring. He's not getting ready. He's not relocating. He's not running in for the board. And he's not getting ready to run back on defense. He is just staring at the ball. He is staring at the ball. And, like, does he... I don't think he does anything wrong here, does he? Other than the fact that... Oh, no. So his man pinches in and he continues to stare. Like, whatever. Like, that's on him. That is absolutely on him. But there's no movement at all. The spacing-wise, he should be here. He should be further away. When a player drives right, you move right a little bit. First of all, this guy's up too high, so it's not all on Bryce James. But, like, you have to move. When no matter what his teammates do, he just stands there and stares at them. Like, he literally just stands there and stares at them. And that's one of the really concerning things. And by the way, shout out to Highlight Reel ASMR. Again, I've seen him on YouTube. Shout out to him for getting these compilation clips. And honestly, if I hadn't seen the video of this, if I hadn't seen him, not the full video, I clicked on it and saw he just said, he was like, oh, I've never heard of Embry Riddle. And I'm like, oh, I've never seen this game. So I'm deciding to watch it. But go check out his. I actually haven't seen it. So go check out his reaction as well. It's probably as good, better than mine. But like, Bryce James scores his first bucket. First exhibition game, he only got on the board with a single free throw. LeBron's younger son found a way to make his first field goal. This guy is not a D1 level player. He's so far from being a D1 level player. Like, it's fine. I mean this when I say this. It is fine. Like, you don't have to be a D1 level player. But, like, the way people are talking about Bryce is like, whatever. Bronny's not an NBA level player, but Bronny was a D1 player by his own merit. On his own merit, he was a D1 player. Like, Bronny James could go to... There's about 3 to 4 pro leagues in the world where Bronny James wouldn't be really good. And, like, if he had a European passport, he'd be an ACB level. He could play in any league in the world. He could play in any league in the world with a European passport. Or any league in Europe. Maybe not as an import. Bryce James is... Look, I know kids that are better than Bryce James that went D3. I mean, Cedric Coward and Duncan Robinson did. But, like, I know kids that shoot better than Bryce James that are 6'6" point guards, and they were only offered walk-on spots. They were only offered walk-on spots when they were when they came into the league. So not came to the league, when they were going to college. They were offered walk-on spots at D1 schools. I know players personally better than Bryce James that were offered walk-on spots for D1. And that is what Bryce James should have been. He's not even a mid-major guy. I'm going to be honest. He's not even a mid-major guy. He's not a D1 player. If he was a D1 player, he's a walk-on. It's as simple as that. If he's a D1 player, he's a walk-on. If not, he is a D2, D3 guy. And maybe a D3 guy. Honestly. That's not saying Bronny James is a bad basketball player. We all should know by watching the likes of Friga and stuff how good basketball is at that level. So not Bryce James. Bryce James could genuinely be a he would kill most people watching his video playing basketball. But there's levels to ball, and we are talking about potentially a kid who is not in the top 25,000 basketball players in the world getting drafted to the NBA. Like, I joke about Alex Antetokounmpo being the worst player in history to get an NBA contract, because I think he is. Bryce James, like, there's levels to it. There's, like, good NBA players. I always say there's levels to it. There is Thanasis, gap. Bronny, gap. Alex, big gap. Bryce. If we're talking about Nepo. This would be the worst Nepo hire in history. Bryce James, there's a good chance he averages less minutes for Arizona than points Bronny scored at USC. He scored like 4 a game. There is a chance that Bryce James averages less points per game. Not even chance, it's a good chance. Bryce James averages less points per game for Arizona than Bronny James does for the Lakers. And I'm not even joking with that.